Okay, so in the last class, we discussed about fundamental geometry, that's point, line, and the plane. We also talked about rays and line segments. Okay, today we'll talk about what are collinear points, what are collinear lines, concurrent lines, and if like how many lines can pass through a point, or from a point, how many lines we can make. Okay, today we'll talk about all that. So let's begin. Hope my whiteboard is visible to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great.
Ha.
Okay, so now suppose I'm having a point. Okay, suppose I'm having a point. Now from this point, how many lines can I draw? Okay, from this point, let's name this point O. Okay, now from this O point, how many lines I can draw? Let's see. I can draw a line here. I can draw here. Up I can draw. To the side. Yes.
Ma'am, what is O?
It's name of the point. Okay. Name of the point. So from O point, I can draw as many lines I want. Okay. As many lines I want. So from any point, we can draw infinite number of lines. Okay. Infinite number of lines. Okay. We can draw infinite lines from a given point. Please check again whose pen is moving on the screen. Okay. Yeah. So hope it's clear till here.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now suppose I have a plane. Okay. Suppose I have a plane. Just 1 minute.
Ma'am,
Yes.
why are there arrow marks?
I don't know why.
Ma'am, can I say, ma'am?
Yes.
The arrow
It is
marks are there to show that the line extends.
okay. In my diagram you were asking. Okay. I thought this arrow, like in the toolbar arrow. Yes, in my diagram that I drew, why was there an arrow mark to show that it can extend till infinity? Okay, it was to show that it can extend till infinity. All right. Now I have a plane. Okay, this is my plane. Now, how many lines? Suppose I'm having 2 points on my plane. Okay, this is a point. Okay.
Ma'am, a
And
dot.
yes, please don't move my plane, the diagram. Suppose I'm having here. Who is doing it? Please don't move it. Okay. Yes. Suppose I'm having another dot here. P dot. Okay. Now, 2 points I'm having on my plane. Okay, so now how many lines can be passed through both of them on the plane? Through both of them. Like how many lines can be passed through both of them? Only one line. Okay. Only one line can be passed through both of my points. All right. So this is known as only one line can be drawn through two given points on a plane. Two given points on a plane. Okay. I hope this part is clear to all.
Ma'am,
Yes. Okay. So let's take the next thing. Rita. Now,
Ma'am, do we have to copy this?
you can copy this. Yes. If you want, you
Ma'am,
can copy.
the same diagram is in a book, right?
Some diagrams are there, yes, and some are not. Okay. So if you want, you can copy this. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now, what happens? This is our plane. Okay. And two planes I'm having on my screen right now. Okay. Now, if two lines are drawn on a plane, if two lines are drawn on a plane, this is the first case, this is the second one. In the first one, if two lines are drawn on my plane, what happens? They can intersect. Okay, the first case they can be intersecting lines. Okay, let's name this one L and this one M. They are intersecting at one point. Let's name that point O point. Oh, okay. Or if two lines are drawn on a plane, they either intersect or they are parallel to each other. Okay, they are parallel lines. This is L, this is M.
M.
Okay, so
Ma'am,
either
is there
they
any O point?
no, in parallel lines there is no common point. Okay, when there are parallel lines there is no common point. intersecting lines. It's known as intersecting lines, and here it's known as parallel lines. Okay, when there is parallel lines, guys, what happens? They never cross each other. Okay, they never cross each other. When there are parallel lines, they always move in a straight line away from each other. Okay, we do not never cut each other at any common point. Those are parallel lines. Intersecting lines are those who cut each other. Okay, they cross each other. Those are intersecting lines. Okay, so on a plane, if we draw two lines, they either intersect or they are parallel to each other. Okay, now if I talk about points and lines, if I talk about points and lines, can we clear this plane? See if any one of you can do it, or you can just check.
Wait, ma'am, I can do it. 1 minute, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So next we will talk about points and lines. Okay, thank you, everyone. Point and lines. So there are three things that I'm going to tell you. Okay, three things that I'm going to tell you. First thing, where we talk about parallel lines. Okay, where we talk about parallel lines. Now in parallel lines, do we have any point? No. In parallel lines, there is no common point. Okay, you can write this down if you want. No common point is there. Okay, no common point is there. Then the next, if we talk about intersecting lines, in intersecting lines, how many common points are there?
Ma'am, one.
Yes, one common point. All right. Intersecting lines. One common point. Okay. And the third is where both the lines have many common points. Okay. Where many common points are there, where every point is a common point. This is known as coincidental lines. Okay.
Ma'am, are you joking me?
No. Now, in coincidental lines, all points are common. Okay. All points are common. Okay.
Ma'am,
So,
where are you?
Is my video visible?
Ma'am is in Ajmer, Rajasthan. Ma'am,
Yes.
examples of coincidental lines.
Example of coincidental line.
Ma'am,
Sure. One second. So this is my line. Okay, let's name this L. Please see some of your devices again making lines, okay? Then let's make another line. This is line M. Okay, coincident lines. All right. Being said,
Ma'am,
yes.
I can't see them, ma'am. Ma'am, it's in red color, ma'am.
I have made a black one first and then the red one. Okay.
Ma'am, and
They
where are the
are
points?
the
Where are the points?
yes. Suppose I have 1 point A, B here, okay, and here
C.
is
C.
now my L line also has the points A, B, and C. And my M line, which is on right on top of my L line, also has the points A, B, and C. Okay, so all points are common. They are on top of each other. Okay, all the points are common. This is known as coincidental lines. Okay, all right. So, I hope till here it's clear to you. Parallel we know, intersecting I've shown you, and this is coincidental lines. Okay. Um, I'm clearing the page now. Yes. Okay. So now, if like we talked that if there are now we'll talk about points. If we talked about lines, we talk about points. Okay. So 1 minute. Yes. Suppose I have 3 points. I have 3 points. A,
B,
B,
and C.
C. Okay, I have 3 points. Now I will make a line that passes through all of them. Okay, that passes through A, B, and C. All of my points. Let's make it. Okay, so this is passing from A, B, and C. Okay, let's change the color to black. A, B, and C is passing through. Okay, so now points which are on one line or a line, it's passing through all the points. Okay, so these points are known as collinear points. Okay, now because A, B, and C are lying on the same line. Okay, it's known as so now,
Collinear. Ma'am,
yes. A,
ma'am,
yes,
two or more points on the same line are called collinear points.
yes. Two or more points on the same line are known as collinear points. Okay. Suppose I have one more point here, D, and here E. Is D and E collinear points? Are my D and E collinear points or not?
Ma'am, no, ma'am, because they are not on the same line.
Yes, they are not collinear points.
Ma'am, but if you
But
draw a line between D and E, then D and E also will become collinear.
yes, that's right. Now I have E, D, and T, which are on the same line. So they are also collinear points now. Okay, these are also collinear points now. All right, and these lines, suppose this line name is L and this line name is M.
M.
So L and M are which type of lines?
And concurrent lines.
Intersecting lines. Okay.
Ma'am, also
Intersecting.
concurrent lines. Ma'am, two or more lines meeting at same point is called concurrent lines.
Yes, you can also say concurrent lines. Okay. And what's the common point at which they are meeting? B point. Okay. B point is the common point at which L and M are meeting. All right. So now, let's see what happens if there are three lines on a plane. Okay, we saw what happens when there are two lines on a plane. They either intersect or they are parallel. But what if there are three lines on a plane? Okay, so let's see if there are three lines on a plane. They will intersect at 3 points. Okay, if there are three lines, they can intersect at 3 points, or they can intersect at 2 points, or all of them can be parallel.
Ma'am,
That's it.
ma'am, like
Yes,
if they intersect at 3 points, it is called triangle.
very good. They can intersect at 3 points. How? Let's see. Now this is intersecting at one point, 2 point, okay, and 3 point. Okay,
Ma'am,
it's intersecting at, yes,
ma'am, and there's also a triangle.
it's also a triangle. So I can name the points
A, B, and C.
Q,
U, P,
R,
S.
and yes. 1 second.
A, B, C.
Yes. Okay. And I can name the lines. You can also name the lines. Suppose this one is L, M,
M
and
and N.
N. Okay. So L, M, and N lines are intersecting. Okay. Please stop that. L, M, and N lines are intersecting at which point? At Q, R, and S points. Okay. It's intersecting at Q, R, and S points. All right. Now, one more thing there is that happens. Yes. They can intersect at 2 points also. Okay. Three lines on a plane can intersect at 3 points. Okay. They can intersect at 2 points also. How? Let's see. Okay. They can intersect at 2 points. Okay. Let's draw our lines. I'm having my line here and one more, my second line here, and my third line. Because three lines are intersecting at 2 points, these are two lines, and this is the third one that will cut them at 2 points. Okay, this will cut
Ma'am,
them at 2 points. Yes,
ma'am, two of those lines are parallel, ma'am.
two are parallel, but all three are intersecting at 2 points. Okay,
Ma'am,
L, M, yes, N.
ma'am, and N, ma'am, N is called the transversal because N and M are parallel.
Yes, good. All right. So, third property, they all can be parallel. This is a symbol for parallel views. Okay, two lines. So they all can be parallel. How? Let's see. The first line. Second line. And third line. Okay. If we name them L, M, and N. Okay. So these are the three cases where there are three lines on a plane. They
Ma'am,
can be, yes,
ma'am, ma'am, there's one more case, ma'am.
okay, and
Ma'am, they all intersect at one point.
they all intersect at one point. Um, they all intersect at one point. You mean this one? I'll draw the diagram. I think yes, that can be possible. Yeah. One, two, and three. Like this?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yes, it can be possible. Okay. All right. So this is L, this is M, and this is N. Okay. Okay. So shall we move forward?
Okay, ma'am.
No, I'm just writing this. Just give me a minute.
Okay, ma'am.
Mom, I found out who's drawing on the board.
Sorry, Abraham, what did you say?
I found out who's mistakenly drawing on the board.
And who's mistakenly drawing on the board?
Mom, I think it's Anaya.
Okay.
Who?
And I can check if your device is mistakenly drawing on the board. Okay, no problem.
No, ma'am, it's not. It'll show if I'm doing it. It's not.
No,
All
actually,
of you,
board,
all of you,
if you check the
oh,
board, it keeps saying some you only you drew.
you all can check once. Okay, whose device is it? Okay, I want you all to check once. All right. So, Rita, shall we move forward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. All right. So now the last case that Edric and Abraham just explained, we'll talk about it. Okay. Like if I have 1 point, okay, if I'm having 1 point, hmm, 1 second, yeah, okay. If I'm having 1 point here, okay, and three or more lines intersect on this point, okay, or pass through it, okay. Like if a lot of lines intersect here or pass through this point, okay, let's make some lines. So these lines are known as concurrent lines, okay? And this point is known as concurrent point, okay? Suppose I name this point um
O.
O, okay? I name this point O. So point O, second O is known as concurrent point, concurrent point. Okay, and now let's name the lines. Okay, suppose this straight one is L. Okay, then this one is M, and here also M. This is L, the whole thing. Okay, this one is N, and this one is P. Okay, so lines L, M, N, and P are known as concurrent lines. Okay. Concurrent lines. All right. When three or more lines intersect at 1 point or pass through 1 point, they are known as concurrent lines, and that 1 point is known as concurrent point. Okay. Hope till here it's clear for everyone.
Ma'am, we can't hear you.
I was just waiting for you guys to write it down.
I'm done, ma'am.
Okay. So we are going to try out one question now, okay? I'm drawing the figure, okay? And you guys have to answer it, okay? Answer the questions that will be asked, okay?
Ma'am, you drew a triangle, ma'am.
Yes, I drew a triangle. I'm marking some points on it. Okay, now first you have to name all the collinear points. Okay, first name collinear points. Okay, and second question is name three concurrent lines. Name three concurrent lines. Okay, third one is name two intersecting lines. Okay.
Ma'am, name the
So,
lines.
Okay, I'll name the lines. I'll name the line, okay? This is L. Okay, this one is M, N, and O.
LMNOP. LMLP.
P we don't have. We have L, M, N, and O. Okay, four
E is
lines.
not there.
So give me the collinear points first.
Ma'am, done, ma'am.
Yes, Anshul.
Ma'am, collinear points are A and
Yes,
C.
ma'am, done.
Done. Okay. Collinear points are A and C. Okay.
Concurrent lines are L, M, and N.
L, M, and N.
Ma'am, and
Okay.
intersection lines is O and L.
O and L. This is O and L. Okay. Very good. It's correct. All of it is correct. Okay. Yes, and I want to go next. The answers in
Ma'am,
this question, yes, can be different for all
can
of
they
you.
differ or?
They can differ, yes. That's what I'm telling you. They can differ, okay? Because it's having a lot of collinear points, concurrent, intersecting can be anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
They can
I
differ.
wrote for the collinear points, it's B and D.
D and D. Okay.
Yeah. And then the three concurrent lines I also wrote LMN.
Okay. LMN.
And
Alright.
two intersecting lines I wrote B and L. No, sorry. Not B and L, M and L.
M and L.
Yes.
Okay. M and L. That's correct, Anaya. Good. Okay. So, Abraham, you want to tell next?
Ma'am, for the collinear points, I wrote N and M. Then the
Sorry, collinear points, what you wrote?
N and M.
N and M. Beta, N and M are the names of the lines, okay? The points in this figure are A, B, C, and D.
C. Ma'am, C.
C and
The three convergent lines I wrote N, M, and L.
which ones? L, M, and N.
So, ma'am,
Okay.
N,
Then
M, and O, N, M, and O.
N, M, and O. Okay, and then
Intersecting lines I wrote N, O, and M, O. So, ma'am.
N, O, and M, O. M and O, yes, they're intersecting at D, and N and O are intersecting at A. This is correct. First part C, you wrote C and D are the collinear points, okay? And N, M, and O concurrent lines, with the N and M are concurrent lines, but O is different, okay?
O,
O
O,
is
O, O.
okay. So N and M is correct. O will not be there. All right. Yes, Amian. You want to answer next? I hope I'm audible to you, Simeon. Okay. So we will stop here. Okay, that's all for today. And homework, homework for today. You can try out. Like you can do this in the next 2-3 days. Okay, no pressure. Exercise 10.3 and 10.4. 4 you can try. Okay. Next 2 days, 3 days, you can try 10.3 and 10.4. Okay. There are questions like this. Okay, based on all of them and whatever we've studied till now. All right. Tomorrow we will talk about open figures and closed figures. Okay. So that's all for the math class today. Okay. Okay. I'll see you,
Ma'am?
Edric. Bye. Yes.
Ma'am, bye, ma'am.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
You.
2 minutes break and then we'll begin with the science class. Hope you guys are there now. We're starting with the science class right now. Yes. So today we are going to talk about processing fibers into wool. Okay. How is wool made up of? The sheep's fur coat. Okay. Processing fibers into wool is a long process and it has a lot of steps in it, which we are going to study right now. Okay. So the first step is shearing. Okay. That's basically the removal of the wool of from the sheep. Okay. So, the fleece of sheep, along with a thin layer of skin, is removed from its body. This process is called shearing. Machines similar to those used by barbers are used to shave off the hair. Okay, this process doesn't actually hurt the sheep. Like, um, if you've ever gone for a haircut, sometimes barbers use those machines for it to shave off the hair. Okay, so That kind of machine is used to remove the hair, the wool from the sheep. Okay. Usually, hair are removed during hot weather. Okay. Shearing is done during hot weather so that the sheep can survive without the protective coat of the hair. These hair provide woolen fibers. Okay. They provide woolen fibers which are processed to obtain woolen yarn. Okay, this is processed to obtain woolen yarn. So then it comes the next step, that's scoring. Please turn on your cameras, guys. This is scoring process. The sheared skin with hair is thoroughly washed in tanks to remove these dust and dirt. This is called scoring. Okay, they wash it in tanks of water to remove any grease, dust, or dirt on it. Okay, so now this is scoring in tanks. Okay, and this is done by machines. Okay, then third is sorting. Okay, after scoring, sorting is done. The hairy skin is sent to a factory. Here, hair are sorted out. In this process, hair of different textures is separated. Okay, sorting of the hair is done according to its texture. Okay, different textured hair are kept together. All right, and then we have drying. In the next step, hair are dried, but before drying, the small fluffy fibers are picked out from the hair. These are called burrs. These are the same burrs which sometimes appear on your sweaters. The fibers are scored again and dried. If you've seen like small woolen thread pieces comes up small on our woolen clothes and our sweaters, that is burr. Okay, so piece is picked out from the hair. Okay, it's picked out, removed from the hair, and then they are scored again and dried. This is the wool ready to be spun into fibers. Okay, now till here, all the dirt, dust, grease, okay, burr, anything impurities are removed and they are separated. Now they are ready for dyeing process. Okay. So fibers are dyed in various colors as a natural fleece of the sheep and goat is brown or white. Okay, so they are dyed in various colors. Then there is this is the last step known as reeling. Okay, fibers are first straightened, combed, and then rolled into yarn. Okay, they straighten them. Okay, they comb them through, brush them through, and then they roll them into a yarn. Okay, they roll them. If you've seen wool ball, okay, it's a thread and it's like rolled ball of thread, right? So they make it into that form. Okay, that's used for knitting and weaving also. Okay, so long fibers are made into wool for sweaters, and the shorter fibers are spun and woven into woolen cloths. Okay, so this is how wool is obtained from sheep and woolen cloth is made out of it. Okay, this is the process of how it happens. All right, so you can try out time point 3. Okay, you can try this out. Okay, so then we have silk. Okay, now silk is another fiber which is a natural fiber. Okay, why? Because it's made up of silkworm. Okay, made up of an animal. They're obtained from silk moths. Silk moths are reared for obtaining silk. Okay, to obtain silk, silk moths are reared. Rearing of silkworms is called sericulture. Okay, this is important. The rearing of silkworms is known as sericulture. Okay, now let's learn about life history of a silk moth, like how it happens and how they take birth. Okay, Anaya, Simeon, can I have your cameras on? Please turn on your cameras. A female silk moth lays hundreds of eggs at a time, from which hatch larvae, which are called caterpillars or silkworms. Okay, so female silk moth lays hundred of eggs. They hatch and larvae are formed. Okay, are produced. Okay, then they grow in size after feeding on plenty of leaves. They become caterpillars. Okay, caterpillar swings its head from side to side in the form of the figure of 8. During these movements, the caterpillar secretes fiber made of protein. Okay, suppose this is my caterpillar. Okay, now it moves like this. Okay, it moves like this. Alright, like this one. Okay, so now when it's moving like this, it's from its mouth, it's secreting a fiber made of protein. Okay, and it covers the caterpillar. Okay, when he moves, it keeps on covering the caterpillar. Okay, and then this fiber hardens on exposure to air and becomes silk fiber. Okay, it hardens to become a silk fiber. Soon the caterpillar completely covers itself by silk fibers and turns into pupa. Okay, this is pupa, means the caterpillar is inside and it's covered by that fiber. Okay, it becomes pupa. This covering is known as cocoon. Okay, like the outer covering of it is known as cocoon. Silk yarn is obtained from the cocoon of the silk moths. Okay, we obtain silk yarn from this cocoon, this outer covering. Okay, there is a variety of silk moths which look very different from one another, and the silk yarn they yield in different texture, coarse, smooth, shiny. Okay, like there just like there is different types of insects. Even if we see a butterfly, there are different types of butterflies, right? So similarly, there is different types of silk moths, and because they're different in types, the silk thread they produce is also different. Okay, a variety. It can be coarse, it can be smooth, it can be shiny, and all, depending which type is the silk moth. Okay, so thus star silk, moga silk, kosa silk, etc. are obtained from cocoons of different types of moths. These are different types of silks which we can obtain from these different types of moths. Okay, most common silk moth is the mulberry silk moth. Okay, this is very common type, mulberry silk moth. The silk fiber from the cocoon of this moth is soft, lustrous, and elastic. It can be dyed in beautiful colors. Okay, from the mulberry silk moth, we get soft, lustrous, and elastic fiber, silk fiber. Okay, and we can dye it as we want. Okay, and make silk clothes out of. Okay, then rearing of silkworms. Okay, how do rearing of silkworms takes place? Like how do we take the silk threads of the silk fibers from the silkworm? How do we obtain it? Okay, and how do we first cultivate the process of like the silkworms? Okay, making the silk. So a female silk moth lays 100 of eggs I just told. They are carefully stored on strips of cloth or paper and sold to silkworm farmers. Okay, they are sold to silkworm farmers. Now these farmers they keep the egg into clean conditions and under suitable conditions of temperature and humidity. Okay. Eggs are warmed to a suitable temperature for the larvae to hatch from the eggs. Okay, just like a hen, they are also warmed in suitable temperature so that larvae can hatch from it. This is done when mulberry trees bear a fresh crop of leaves. Okay, this is done when mulberry trees. Okay, have you ever heard that mulberry leaves on it, like silkworms are placed? Okay, the larvae and caterpillar, they are placed on the mulberry leaves. Okay, why? Because they eat those. Okay, the larvae, now caterpillars, each day and night, mulberry leaves they are eating, increase enormously in size. Okay, when they feed on mulberry leaves again, day and night, whole day, okay, they increase in size. So they are kept in clean bamboo trays along with freshly chopped mulberry leaves. Okay, like a bamboo place, and then in that they spread mulberry leaves, and on that they keep your caterpillar. Okay, so they are feeding on it all the time, those leaves only on which they are kept. Okay, after 25 to 30 days, the caterpillars stop eating and move to tiny chamber of bamboo in the tray to spin cocoon. Okay, they move into tiny chamber of bamboo in the tray to spin the cocoon. Small racks or twigs may be provided in the trays to which cocoons gets attached. Okay, small twigs can be placed by the farmers on which they can attach the cocoon. The caterpillar or silkworm spins the cocoon inside, which develops the silk moth. Okay, they spin the cocoon inside, which develop the silk moth. Now, how do the processing of silk takes place? Okay, how do the silk is processed? So silk fibers are separated from the cocoon before they turn an adult. Okay, before it breaks, it's separated. Silk fibers are separated. Okay, so the cocoons are kept under the sun or boiled or exposed to get exposed to steam to get silk fibers. Okay, cocoon is we know that it is hard. Okay, it becomes hard. So they boil it or keep it under the sun or exposed to steam. So it separates into thin fibers. Okay, very thin fibers it becomes. Okay, silk fibers separate out of a pile of cocoons issued for obtaining silk fibers. The process of taking out threads from the cocoon for use as silk is called reeling the silk. Okay, this is known as reeling the silk. Okay, reeling is done in special machines. Fibers are drawn from the cocoon by these machines. Silk fibers are then spun into silk threads. Okay, silk fibers. This cocoon gives us silk fibers. Okay, then we spin it to make silk threads. And then these are woven to make silk cloths. Okay, so that's how silk cloths are made. Observe silk moths rearing apparatus if possible in your village or around your house. Observe the different stages of silk moth carefully and draw the diagrams. If you ever find one, you can keep a track on it, see and observe how this process takes place. Okay. So 9.4 we have fill in the blanks and some one-word questions. Okay, you can try this. You can try this out. Then we have synthetic fibers and plastics. When we talked about fibers in the introduction, I explained that there are two types of fibers, natural fibers and man-made fibers. Okay, Natural are the ones occurring from plants and animals, and man-made are the fibers that are made by human beings. So we till now we discussed about natural fibers made of plants and animals. Now on we are going to talk about synthetic fibers, which are made by human beings. Okay, so these are made by human beings. That is why they are called synthetic or man-made fibers. Like several beads are roped in a thread to make a garland. Synthetic fiber is a strand in which small units are joined together. A synthetic fiber is also a chain of small units joined together. Each small unit is actually a chemical substance. Okay, if you see at this diagram, the thread is also a synthetic fiber. Okay, and the beads is also a synthetic fiber. All right. So many such small units combine to form a large single unit called polymer. Okay, polymer. The word polymer comes from two Greek words. Poly means many and mer means units. Okay, so polymer is made of many repeating units. Now we have types of synthetic fibers. Okay, in that we have rayon, nylon, okay, and polyester. All right, all of them. So let's talk about what's rayon. Rayon is obtained by chemical treatment of wood pulp. Okay, chemical treatment of wood pulp. You guys must have been thinking that it's obtaining from wood pulp. So how it can be a natural fiber? No, it's not. Okay, because it's obtaining from wood pulp, but it's treated using chemicals. Okay, chemical substances. That is why rayon is a synthetic fiber or man-made fiber. Okay. Although rayon is obtained from natural source, yet it is man-made. It's cheaper than silk. It's used to make a variety of clothes. It's mixed with cotton to make bed sheets. Okay, mixed with wool to make carpets. Okay. So ever heard like when you're purchasing something, they say it's a mixed material. They say like when you're buying a bed sheet, suppose I'm buying a bed sheet, they say it's cotton mix. Cotton mix, they say. So what's cotton mix? Cotton mix means that some synthetic material is mixed in it, such as rayon. Okay, such as rayon is mixed in it. Sometimes they say pure cotton. Okay, pure cotton bedsheet means that it is purely of cotton, no artificial fiber is mixed. When they say cotton mix, it means that a synthetic fiber, artificial fiber is mixed in it. Okay, so nylon, then we have the example of nylon, is another man-made fiber. It was prepared from coal, water, and air. It was the first fully synthetic fiber. Nylon fiber was strong, elastic, and light. Okay, lustrous and easy to wash. So it became very popular to make clothes, okay? Because it's lustrous, easy to wash, strong, elastic, and light. So it became very popular. A nylon thread is actually stronger than a steel wire. Nylon is used for making parachutes and ropes for rock climbing. Nylon is also used to make ropes, tents, socks, toothbrushes, car seat belts, sleeping bags, curtains, etc. Okay, these are the things which are made up of nylon fiber. Okay, then you have an activity you can see. Okay, there is some characteristics of polyester. It's a synthetic fiber. Fabric made from this fiber does not get wrinkled easily. Okay, from polyester. Terylene is a popular polyester. It can be drawn into very fine fibers. It can be woven like any other yarn. Fabrics made of polyester are very popular. Polycot fabric is made by the mixing of polyester and cotton. POL Y of polyester, COT of cotton, polycot, it's named. Okay, when you mix polyester and cotton, this fabric is obtained. Similarly, polywool fabric is made by the mixing of polyester and wool, polywool. Okay, then we have PET is a very familiar form of polyester. We use it to make bottles, utensils, films, fires, and many other useful products. Okay. Then acrylic fibers are also there, which is used to make artificial wool. Okay, sweaters, shawl, and clothes made from acrylic are good looking and durable. So they are more popular than natural ones, okay? Because they are good looking and durable. So they are more popular than the natural fibers, okay? So we have, let's talk about the characteristics of synthetic fibers. What are the characteristics? How do we know that something is a synthetic fiber? They are durable, okay, means they are can be used for a long time. They do not get easily like they do not get easily used up, okay. So less expensive, readily available in comparison of natural fibers. Okay, also less expensive. A good example is a leather jacket. Okay, there are two types of it. One is the normal, okay, artificial leather, they say, and the one is natural leather. If you buy artificial leather jacket, it's like lesser costly, but if you go for a natural original one, it's very costly. Right, it's like very costly. So there, and it's hard to find also. Original one. Okay, original one. So the duplicate, okay, or the synthetic ones, synthetic fibers made up of the artificial fibers are readily available, less expensive, and durable. Then they dry up quickly as they soak less water than natural fiber. Okay. This is talking about wool. Okay. Woolen mixed woolen clothes. Okay. Then they are easy to maintain. A disadvantage of synthetic fibers is that they melt on heating. They melt on heating. Clothes made from such fibers catch fire, melts, and stick to the body of the person wearing it. We should therefore not wear synthetic clothes while working in the kitchen or near a fire. Okay, you must be heard like
Ma'am, I have a question, ma'am. Ma'am,
you can ask.
if you're wearing synthetic fire and it melts on our body, how does it take out? Like, do the doctors do a surgery, or like how do they take it out of our body?
Do the doctors do a surgery? Yes, they have to do a surgery. Okay, that's right. And it's like remove your using the like um chemicals. Okay, because it actually gets so stuck with your skin if it's burned. Your skin is burned, the fiber is stuck to it. Okay, so it's like highly advised you do not go to the kitchen using wearing synthetic fibers, synthetic clothes. Okay, you do not sit near the campfire using wearing synthetic clothes. Yes, Abraham.
Now, another question is that are these the cotton t-shirts or the t-shirts you usually get are synthetic or not?
Usually get a synthetic or not. Usually you should get I think you can get cotton. Okay,
No, like I mean the ones that you buy at the malls or the show or the stores.
the malls or the stores. Okay, some of them are cotton, some of them are cotton mix. Okay, cotton mix. So cotton mix is also okay. Okay, that the ones we buy, if like we can specify to them that we want cotton t-shirts. So they'll give us cotton ones we can buy. We can buy cotton mix also. They are also good. Okay. But some are like entirely made up of synthetic fibers. Okay, entirely made up of synthetic fibers. Those are like okay-ish. Okay, you can wear them, but not like every day. Okay, and you should not go near the fire wearing them. All right, no going to the fire, near the fire wearing them. That's totally synthetic. It will catch fire quickly. Okay, so what we wear now, like what we wear generally, is a mix of natural and man-made fibers. Okay, it's a mix, so that's okay. Okay, that's more in the run right now. It's the mixed fabric. All right, natural and man-made. So it's that one is okay. All right. So plastics. We'll study about plastics in the next class. Okay. We'll begin here from here tomorrow. I hope everything from today's lecture was clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay then. That's all for today, guys. We will meet each other tomorrow. Have you all started the preparation for the quiz?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. That's great. We're having the quiz on Friday. Okay, that's day after tomorrow. So please prepare well and we'll meet in tomorrow's class. Okay, see you guys. Bye. See you all tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Bye, Naya. Bye, Sunil.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Bye.